Imagine a world where females call all the shots. Well, it does exist in hyena society. Alone, these gutsy girls are feisty, but together, they're a sisterhood to be reckoned with. The plains of Africa. Home to a powerful predator where females rule. Spotted hyena. They have a reputation as dim-witted scavengers, but these fierce queens are the opposite. Strong, fearless, and highly intelligent. They are the girl gangs of the savannah. So what's the secret of their power? Spotted hyenas live in huge clans of up to 100 individuals, with a strict hierarchy, where every female outranks every male. These girls are the heavier and more aggressive sex. But one distinct part of their anatomy has really given them the upper hand. All female hyenas have a pseudopenis, through which they urinate, mate, and give birth. Males are only allowed to mate if the female retracts this fleshy tube. And this power has given girls control of their sexuality and their society. Males are constantly reminded of their lowly status and forced to the edges of the clan. At its center is the alpha female, the most powerful of all. Pampered and respected, her top rank is inherited from her mom and comes with serious perks. She gets first pick at every kill. Well fed, she can have more cubs, and they will be healthier than the rest. So privileges cement her dominance within the clan. While lower ranks must take their chances elsewhere. Hyenas are the most numerous predators on the African plains, but they face plenty of competition. So every hyena must be a fierce opportunist. She can smell a carcass from 2 miles away. She's outnumbered, but armed with one of the most powerful jaws in the animal kingdom. She can afford to be bold. Her bite force is almost twice that of a cheetah, capable of crushing bone. Even 4 against 1, the cheetahs give way to this determined adversary. Hyenas may have a reputation as low-life scavengers, but in fact they're impressive hunters, as successful as lions, killing more than half their food. And topy antelope are on the menu. Her muscular forequarters help brace against its escape. And the dense mesh of her muscles in her neck help resist the topy's violent twists and turns. Together, as other hyenas arrive, it will be the clan females who will get the best of the feast. This sisterhood is critical to the survival of the clan. They have to share this land with their sworn enemy, Lion. This lioness has wandered close to the hyena's den, the hiding place for all the clan's youngsters under 8 months old. Lions kill more hyenas than any other predator. So these nursing mothers must become warriors. A single swipe from the lion's paw could kill any one of them. To succeed, every girl must hold her nerve. These fierce queens are left victorious.
I love it that they one-up the lion. It just shows you what females can achieve when we stand together. This film features the world's top land predator, fierce ice queens who rule over an Arctic kingdom. It takes strength and endurance just to stay alive here. So imagine adding the challenge of newborn twins.
The frozen wilderness of the far north, true force of nature. These 600-pound giants take 40 below zero in their stride. Hunting for seals, polar bears can cover 3,000 miles in a year and swim for days in the icy ocean. But when it comes to raising a family, these fierce queens of the Arctic reign supreme. After a long, dark winter, the sun's warmth is slowly returning. On a remote mountain slope, something is stirring. A female polar bear digs her way out of her den. Fresh air after 6 months under the snow. And she's not alone. Twin cubs emerge. Born in the den, the hard sea ice takes the youngsters by surprise. But this is prime polar bear hunting ground. This mom has not eaten in half a year, so she is famished. She parks the cubs and continues alone. With her extraordinary sense of smell, she can home in on prey from a mile away. But seals are hypersensitive to vibration, so hunting requires some very delicate footwork. Behind her, the boisterous cubs disrupt her careful stalking. Seal might be off the menu for now, but the cubs still need feeding. The pressure on the female is unrelenting. She needs to make a kill, but it's not easy. polar bears try to ambush seals at their breathing holes, or smash through the ice to reach them. Polar bears can consume 10% of their body weight in just half an hour. And after dinner, a quick nap. Exposed on the ice, this supermom acts as windbreak and hot water bottle. As summer warms, life is about to get much tougher. The ice along the coast starts to break up and drift away, and the bear's main food supply goes with it. Navigating the constantly shifting sea ice takes experience. Freezing water can kill cubs, so she leads her adult bears are insulated by 4 inches of blubber and can swim non-stop for days. But the cubs lack this fatty protection and won't survive for long in the freezing water. It's a race against time to cross. She must judge her pace so they can slipstream behind her. Over the next 2 years, this fierce queen will draw on all her phenomenal skills to protect her family as they wander the Arctic wilderness.
To give birth alone and lose half your body weight while buried alive in a snow den? That's one fierce transition into motherhood. Female polar bears are truly phenomenal, the ice queens of the Arctic. Imagine if you were armed with a super sense of smell, which allowed you to detect vital information and the personal history of any suitor. Well, these fierce queens can do just that. They check out their perfect match with just a sniff.
The island of Madagascar, home to one of the most female-dominated societies on the planet. Ring-tailed lemurs. Led by alpha females, these warrior queens dominate a distinctly fragrant society. Their super sense of smell can sniff out territory and the best mate. This female ring-tailed lemur might look cute, but make no mistake, she rules the roost. A sun-worshipping diva, the alpha female commands the best spots when sunbathing. And the best food when eating. But she's also shrewd. To maintain power, she shares some of these privileges with her female relatives, too. This means all female ringtails hold a degree of power. And creates a rare males land well and truly at the bottom of the pile. In return for this higher status, females provide for the troop. Life in Madagascar is tough, and food is a hotly contested resource. This alpha is carrying 2 young twins, but regardless, she must ensure her troop eats. So using one of the most powerful noses in the primate kingdom, she leads them out in search of supplies. But she's on edge. With food scarce and other troops in the area, territorial battles over feeding grounds can get ugly. Finally, she sniffed out a tamarind tree. Its bean-like fruits are an important source of protein, especially when she's nursing 2 young babies. But there's an ambush by a rival gang, and a battle quickly breaks out. The bandits target the weakest link, the alpha's babies. They cling on as she ducks and dodges the attack. She calls for help, and her army of warrior queens respond. With babies on board, female faces down female. Victory. And to stake their claim, the females began rigorously scent marking. Lifting their butts to the sky, they leave a clear message, just around head height, that this is now their feeding tree, and they'll be back. This use of scent is fundamental to all lemur communication. In the breeding season, their super sense of smell also plays a crucial role in the mating game. Female lemurs are only receptive for around 1 day each year. And to maximize this limited time, these fierce queens simply need to smell potential suitors to know if they're good enough to mate with or not. So they sit back and let the males do the work. With scent glands on their wrists, perfume, full of information about their health, their fitness, and even their genes. But to win over a female, they first need to beat the competition. So a stink fight breaks out. The males try to overwhelm each other with their smell. This female might seem unimpressed, but in fact, she can sniff out the most compatible of the two. With success, he stink flirts in her direction. This is the crucial moment. She sniffs and maximize their chances of falling pregnant each year. By combining dominance with intelligence, working together in battle, and wielding a powerful sense of smell, these fierce lemur queens have risen well and truly to the top.
So you can smell in an instant if you found the right partner? Wouldn't life be a whole lot simpler? Think of all the time we would save. But personally, I think I'm a long way from a match made by body odor. Some females are looking for power and brawn. Others go for flamboyant good looks. But these fierce queens favor speed and athleticism. They put their mates through their paces in a flirtatious race high into the treetops.
The forests of Europe are home to one of the world's great acrobats. The red squirrel. She has reversible ankles, which allow her to run down trees as fast as she can run up them. And she can leap up to 10 times her own length. Her agility is crucial, as every spring she leads her suitors on a merry dance. She's fertile for just one day. But any male who fancies his chances first has to catch her, as she tests him in a high-speed chase through the trees. Winter has locked down the forest for months. These little red queens don't hibernate, so even when it's 40 below zero, they'll venture out. Back in the autumn, each buried over 2,000 nuts, and now they dip into their stores to survive. But as the season turns, every female's on a mission to put on weight. If she can tip the scales over 10 ounces, she'll become fertile. Fewer than half the females will successfully raise young this spring, and her weight will be a key factor. She begins with what's left of her underground caches. But she has rivals. Other famished females who want to steal her nuts. Every morsel counts in her quest for fertility. So this hungry queen fiercely defends her territory from intruders to be able to breed. But she must also stay alive. With her head down, she's vulnerable. But fortunately, the small forest birds are on constant lookout. As long as they're singing, the coast is clear. And when they call the alarm, it alerts her to danger. Time for this female to find cover. With every day and every mouthful, females are chasing their goal to be the right weight to conceive. By early March, heroic dedication has paid off for some. This fierce queen has achieved her target, and her body is changing. She starts producing a scent, which is irresistible to the eligible bachelors in the woods. And males from half a mile away are drawn to her. She leaves trails, advertising her rising hormones. But she won't mate until her one fertile day this spring. So the males resort to fighting for dominance. Meanwhile, this independent female is thinking ahead, single-handedly preparing 2 nurseries, including an extra safe house, since she doesn't rely on a partner for protection. Amid their power struggles, some males try their luck, but this fierce queen's no pushover. Finally, her big day has arrived. At dawn, the male's behavior is frantic. They try their best to catch the female's eye, but this acrobatic queen calls the shots. She lures in the dominant male, then turns tail, initiating a catch-me-if-you-can chase. Her nimble agility and speed are a test for any suitor. Hanging upside down is a signal she is not yet in the mood. But when she slows things down, it's a sure sign she's impressed. And she allows him to mate. He tries to guard her as she freshens up. But this Red Queen's not done yet. Once again, he must keep up. Now other males join the chase. The chaos creates the perfect opportunity to swap partners. With just one day for sex, a second male is a useful backup. By dusk, she's done. This feisty female has shaped her own path. She's used her agility to sort out her suitors and make her choices. With just the finishing touches to her home to complete, this self-sufficient, fierce queen is ready for her new arrivals.
Who knew female squirrels were such independent ladies? Expert acrobats, DIY divas, bringing up the kids alone, and managing to look amazing too? Respect.